Hey guys, Mitch Doty, and this is Economics in My World. I work in sales for a manufacturing company, so economics is all around me. It affects decision making, it affects outcomes, sales, profits. Um, we are in an industry that manufactures and supplies goods to new construction and existing renovations, particularly commercial. So our demand curve is based on the construction industry directly. More money in construction equals more demand for our product, less money in construction, less money for our product. Pretty straightforward. So the situation that I evaluated was our current state as it relates to the 2007-2008 recession. When that recession hit in 2007-2008, demand for our product plummeted across the industry. And after that, the market started to come back, construction started to come back, and it's rebounded fairly well. It's not where it was prior to 2008, but many of our direct competitors are doing very well. We've seen some of our products stagnate or even continue to decline, while direct competitors have rebounded very well. So what I wanted to look at was what were the decisions and the conditions that caused us to stagnate or prevented us from recovering at the rate of these competitors, and what decisions could we make in the future to get back into the market with those already recovered industries. And what happened is when the market plummeted in 2008, there were several reactionary decisions made. And first, they went from a market-based, so a supply and demand-based pricing structure where pricing was based on what the market would buy, or, as you know, supply and demand curves. They moved to a unit profit maximization system where they raised their prices to try and make as much profit on each individual unit of sale as possible. Unfortunately, in a market with a lot of direct substitute products, as we know, that caused a further reduction in sales, which meant average total cost increased, and ultimately that unit profit was devoured as well. And at that point, it became a survival mode thing, and we've successfully stuck around. And are on our way back. The issue that then arose was, after going into survival mode, cover as much cost as possible and just keep everything running. There was a fear that if you reduce the prices, reduce margin, that's a lost margin. But as we know, again, if we apply some basic market principles, if you reduce cost in an elastic market, which is a market that is defined by the available resources of another, like a normal good. Now, it's not a normal good, it's not individuals or income, but we know that if there is construction going on, our products are needed, and there are lots of direct competitors. That's a recipe for an elastic market. So by reducing those margins, we would be able to see an equal or greater increase in sales as a percentage, which means revenues increase. It also means that margin dollars increase, that average total costs decrease, and ultimately profitability is improved. So the gist of it is, instead of being reactionary to economic circumstance, you have to be proactive and be looking at the potential outcomes and determining the best possible course of action And courses like these, ideas like this, the more you can learn about the economic principles, the more you understand what's going on around you in the market and elsewhere, the better you can predict the outcome of a given decision, and therefore the more accurately you can choose the best decision. So all we've got to do is do a little evaluation, make the right call, and then after you have lowered prices and evaluated the change in sales, you can then create from that, extrapolate out a demand curve. You match it with your known supply curve based on your cost structures and your capacities. And then we just have to use profit and efficiency maximizations or market equilibrium and price our products accordingly. And everything should be just fine. So that's how economics have affected my world lately. And hopefully I'll see you guys all at finals. Have a good one.